I'm your host, Felicia Dortch, with the news you can use and the ish you don't want to miss. So happy Tuesday, and oh my gosh, April is literally a few days away. I cannot believe it. I swear we were just heading towards Easter yesterday. It's crazy. I told the twins that anytime after Christmas is like time just it accelerates or something. But I don't know, because February seemed like that was the longest month ever. I'm pretty sure February lasted at least 2 years, and it's the shortest month of them all. But anyways, moving on. So, I like to bring you the positive news, and I also like to bring you things that are important to talk about. And what I'm going to talk about today is it's important because it sparks the conversation. I really hate to even shine light on it because everybody's talking about it right now. But it is important for me to bring this information to you and to talk about it, so let's get going with it. So those doggone shoes that Lil Nas X put out. Well, one of the biggest things that I was concerned with the minute I saw the post and saw it all over Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and so many of the homeschool group moms, the moms were posting about it, and churches were posting about it, because this guy decided that he was going to create a shoe, allegedly, looks like it to me, worshiping Satan and encouraging the worship of Satan. So one of the first things I wanted to check out was I saw people trying to cancel Nike. Well, I went and did my research. Nike had nothing to do with this. So what he did was he purchased 666 pair of shoes of those Nikes, and then had them redone and was going to put them out in this manner, which is absolutely nuts. And then when I read about it, and it said that it had human blood in the sole, an amount of human blood in the sole. So then I'm thinking about who on earth volunteers to do that? Let's start there. Also, he puts this scripture on it talking about the fallen angel being Satan, and his whole reason for doing this, which is in all of the posts that he's posted, was because people told him that he would go to hell for being a homosexual. So his way of attacking the people that told him that this is not the lifestyle you should live, then he decides he wants to lead everybody to Satan. Like, that's crazy. Now, the reason why I say lead everyone to Satan, I was discussing this with my twins, and they were like, this is crazy. Automatically they saw that this was nuts, that dude's nuts. However, this is how it starts, the desensitization of people, so you see it, become numb to it, is not a big deal. So then everybody just like, it's normal type of thing happening in the world. No, that is not normal. So I had to explain to my children that the way that he's doing this, for one, is shoes. People love shoes. Everyone loves Nike. I'm a big Nike fan. I love their shoes. And, you start putting it out and normalizing it, then people start to buy them, and then it becomes no big deal. So that's how it starts. So I wanted to make sure that I capture them in that moment to explain to them how they desensitize you to things. For an example, some of the rap music, we're constantly discussing the rap music. I discuss rap music with my twins all the time. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like they don't listen to rap music. I listen to rap music. But some of the lyrics, every now and then I'll talk about a song like, well, what do you think it means? Because every song has a meaning. We did an assignment in homeschool where they had to pick a song. I didn't care what song it was or what the lyrics were. They had to pick a song, listen to the song, then tell me what it means, what they thought the person was trying to convey. And some of the songs they realized, well, now this is just nonsense. It's stupid. And then some of them we dissected and it was like, wow, they're normalizing taking drugs. Oh, wow, they're normalizing murder. So it's that people don't understand when you hear music, it's almost like it reprograms you. I know when I used to learn things or try to learn things in nursing school, you know what I did to remember it? I put it to music. I created ways to make it rhyme, to make myself think of it and remember it by singing it in my head. And so we sat there and we dissected the song and counted how many times and talked about how many times it's talking about popping Percocets and Mollies and or sipping syrup, and which is basically cough syrup. We're encouraging the youth, we're glamorizing the use of taking over-the-counter medications to get high, or prescribed medications to get high. Or we're saying it's not a big deal that if somebody makes you mad, you just kill them. This is our music that's going on right now. So with the assignment, we did the history of rap, and we went all the way back to Sugar Hill Gang, and they watched the evolution of rap all the way up until now. And it's crazy because what it did, it absolutely opened their eyes, but it also showed them rap in a better light. Like, okay, well, I understand. I like this. It's less cursing, it's less nonsense. And then you saw how it evolved. Okay, so that's why I explained that to them about the tennis shoes as well. We put things out there on the media, like social media or TV. The things you watch on TV today, you would have had to have HBO when I was growing up, or Showtime, or Cinemax. I'm dating myself, I'm sure, but you remember those. You get cable, you're all excited because you get cable, but then your mom's like, nope, you can't watch Showtime after this time. You can't watch HBO after this time. But now you can actually turn on the TV and watch a commercial that's explicit, or music video that is, you might as well just call it porn. So it's causing you to, everything is out there. And people are saying, okay, well, if you don't want your kids to watch it, and I'm one of those parents, like, if you don't want them to listen to it, don't let them listen to it, or don't expose them to it, or don't let them watch it. The problem with that, if you don't get your kids and discuss these issues, they are going to seek it out, whether it be with their friends, or they will Google it. Nowadays, kids have phones, they have tablets, they have all these devices where they can find the information if they want it. So if you continue to have the conversations or spark the conversations about it, they are more likely to come and talk to you about how they feel about it. I'm constantly talking to them about things that's happening now, or things that we see, or if we watch a video together, or if they show me a video, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a bit much. And then I'll ask them, well, how do you feel about that? Do you think that's okay? Because I want them to look at it differently and say, okay, this is our entertainment, but is it really entertainment? Look at where it's going. If you pop up your social media, we have kids on there that are, one story I heard, this little girl, she wanted to kill herself because she didn't get enough likes on Instagram. Everything is about going viral. So my fear is that one person that's going to decide to get those shoes, if they continue to allow the sale of these shoes, just for the sake of going viral. We're doing things, our youth are doing things for the sake of social media. So it is very important to start talking to them about social media, how to use social media. We talk about it all the time with my twins. I even brought their older siblings into the class, and I'm like, hey, talk to them about your social media page. And one of the questions, and this is personally for my home, it may not be that for you, but I asked the girls, I said, if God looked at your social media page right now, what would he say? And we had that conversation, and they talked about the things that they could do better on their social media page, or better yet, a job. I actually couldn't hire a woman because of her social media page as a nurse, and she was a phenomenal nurse on her resume and probably would have made a phenomenal person to my staff. But because of what she had on her social media, I can't move forward. HR wouldn't let me move forward with the process. And I even called her in and I talked to her about it. So that would be something that she's able to fix. So that's why it concerns me about these shoes, because people right now, everyone's pretty livid about it. Every post you see is like, what is going on? Why would he think this is okay? And in the time that we're in, it's very accepting to be homosexual. So I don't know what he's battling within himself to feel like that now he wants to banish everyone to hell. I have no clue. I don't know the guy, but I know it influences our youth, and people like to try to think that, oh no, they know better. Do they really? What are your children thinking when they see stuff like this? Have you talked to them about it? What are their thoughts on it? They may be taking it as a joke, and this guy is serious. And we even talked about all the rappers that my son was naming, and I said, well, what is he doing now? And it was crazy because every person I asked him about was either dead or in jail, or going to jail. And then we both kind of like, oh my God, that's a handful. That's a lot of people. It was more than 10 people that he was talking about. And I said, do you see the pattern here? You know, they're glamorizing this drug usage and then they're dead from overdose. Or they glamorizing murder, but then they die by being murdered. They glamorizing that it doesn't matter if I go to jail, I do a bid or whatever the case may be, and they're in jail. You know, that is not where we want our youth to go. You know, that is not what we want them to do. So please take the time to talk to your children about things that are popping up on social media or stunts that people are pulling, such as Lil Nas X. I hope he gets the help that he needs. I hope someone in the industry hopefully will take him under their wing and say, hey, what's going on? Because I remember when he came out, and I'm a fan of country music. So when he brought out the song Old Country Road, I was excited. I was like, wow, I love that song. And then it just seemed like it went to a whole nother level. So I don't know what's going on in his home life. I don't know much about him other than that one song. I do have one of his albums with that song on it. But going forward, I'm not going to download his music. I'm not going to encourage that type of behavior. But one of the biggest things I saw an opportunity was to talk to my children, because I don't want them to look at this as a joke. It's not a joke. This is serious. It doesn't matter what you believe, what you don't believe, or you think he's joking or whatever the case may be. Find out what your children are thinking, because that's where it's targeted at. It's targeted around that teen youth that listen to rap, that love tennis shoes, that want to be different, that want to go viral, that it's all about what other people think of them. You know, so you have to be very careful about what's going on and not saying anything about it as a parent. Well, thank you for tuning in to Relationship Entertainment TV. I hope this inspired, educated, or entertained you. And I'll be back with you on Thursday with the news you can use and the ish you don't want to miss. I'll see you next time.